Have you seen me dice bag? The GROGNARD Files.
Hello, my name is Dirk the Dice, host of the GROGNARD Files podcast, where we talk bobbins about tabletop RPGs from back in the day. Episode 20 of the podcast focuses on the superhero RPG Golden Heroes. Back in the mid-80s, before it became a global retail phenomenon, Games Workshop produced UK versions of American RPGs. Then it began to develop its homegrown games. Golden Heroes was the first. It was inspired by the American comics that were produced under the guidelines of the Comics Code, where the superheroes are unambiguously good and the action is knockabout fun. Golden Heroes began life as a self-published booklet produced by its authors Simon Burley and Peter Haines. Don't read comics, don't play Golden Heroes. Enough said. Many of the core elements, such as the character creation, that make the game ahead of its time are evident in the original. There's also the rules for campaign play. If your superhero has sufficient status, they can have access to teletext, presumably so they can test their super brain on Bamboozle. I like how public status is a key factor in the game. There's also tips for the Scenario Supervisor or SS. And a good cover by Jez Goodwin from Troll Crusher. Whoom! The Games Workshop version was heavily publicised in 1984. It came in a dramatic box. I wasn't a big fan of American comics, but there was something very attractive about the prospect of playing the game. The supervisor's book looked impressive, but the writing wasn't very inspiring, packed with prescriptive Gygaxian advice on how to play. But the real magic is in the player's book, with its character creation, which is part random and part narrativist. Very innovative. Also the turn sequence based on frames in a comic strip. There are loads of interesting mechanics in here. But it was the first scenario pack, Legacy of Eagles, that convinced me to get it back in the day. A superb Brian Bolland cover, set pieces on board a submarine. What's not to like? The second scenario pack from Marcus Rowland is Queen Victoria and the Holy Grail, a mysterious, mystic adventure which has both a dungeon and a dragon, and an epic climax on top of the post office tower in London. They also produced a supervisor's kit with a handy GM screen, as there's quite a few tables to refer to during the game. Scenarios also came with floor plans and foldable counters. They're not required really, as this game works best in the theatre of the mind. The Grog Squadron converged to play the game. We had great fun generating characters. A new superhero team known as the Imperials grasped the Holy Grail from the very flames of hell, proving that there's still life in this game from 34 years ago. If you want to know more, then listen to episode 20 of the GROGNARD Files from April and May 2018. Adios, amigos.
Have you seen me dice bag? The GROGNARD Files.